talking, and then I realized that it was recording the wrong screen, so you missed everything on the chart. But basically here, opportunities, we're still in the midst of an opportunity here to open up a short position. I mean, it's a little late, but you could still do it. We see a prominent trough in the end of the day with an open lower the following day. My apologies about being off on where we opened the prior day. That's a little tricky there. Let's see why I went wrong. Let me see. In any case, just be careful not to miss out on this opportunity here. End of day opportunity to open up a short position. Matter of fact, you could probably hold the short position until the 4th of May. I mean, you could close it the following day. I don't know. I'm not really seeing, like, possibly midday, but I'm not really seeing like a really great opportunity on the 28th to close the short position. But there on the 1st. Wow, that's interesting. We got the full and the full 2 days in a row. That's like a big extended move. Yeah, guys, use this move to the upside to open up a short position if you haven't done so already. Look at this on a 10-minute chart. You see the RSI down here? This is very, very toppy, guys. Toppy on a 5-minute candlestick chart as well. But when you get into the 10-minute candlesticks and you're in the, severe overbought territory, it's very toppy indication, guys. Really, full starts here. I feel like this full might be connected to the 1st and the 2nd of May, where we have the full as the theme card for both days. It's an extended move, a big move. Could probably open up or close a short position here like early afternoon tomorrow, but it's not like the best place to do it. Like, it looks like there's probably a lower place to close a short position. Let me see here. Around the 4th. maybe end of day on the 3rd. There's a few places that you could close out of it, but this is why on the 1 month, guys, this is why we've got this secondary location where we could have a highest high, because what I was picking up on was see this on the 27th we have a secondary location where we might have a highest high, and you can see why. We're very close. I mean, it really stands out. It's pretty close, considering where we were the prior day. And so we should see volatility tomorrow, a sharp drop tomorrow. We should open up lower tomorrow. So opening a short position here is a well-advised idea. If you're just hopping on, we were talking about opening up a little short position here. In anticipation of a lower open tomorrow. But I probably wouldn't sell at the close per se. Or I mean, I probably wouldn't sell at the open tomorrow, sell the short position. I might get a little ugly for a short position midday, but if there's an opportunity, it's going to be in the midst of this like big price change here early afternoon. I think probably we'd want to hold it until the next day or the day after that. Probably the best day, I think, is probably the end of the day on the 3rd. I can't wait to be out of this eclipse season, my god. Which ends on the 5th. What the heck? So slow. That's what I'm talking about, coming back now. Hey, Round Earth. The eclipse in April already happened, my friend. The next eclipse is in May. Right, so like if you're just hopping on, we had like possibility of a secondary like highest high here on the 27th. Definitely a prominent crest, but a possibility of a secondary highest high, which I had it filled in. This was really the main location, but a secondary one on the 27th. And you can see this is why what I was picking up on. We came so close, like such a big move to the upside. Um, this is offering us right now opportunity to open up a short position. Matter of fact, probably end of day. Probably close at end of day. There's a few places where you could probably close the short position, but right now what we're in the midst of is opportunity. All right, this is toppy, toppy, toppy. When you look at a 10-minute chart, you see just how toppy it is. All right, you got the RSI well above the 80 mark. This technical thing going on here is pretty bearish, if you ask me. And there we go. Big drop into the end of the day, as expected. The May Bitcoin I thought was already released. It hadn't been released yet, so that's getting released today, guys. Sorry about that. Would have liked to have seen it sooner, but we got a little behind. It's a little off on that low. It's the 21st. I have it for like the 18th, 19th. Well, I have again another one on the 21st, but that's that's this one, so a little off there. But back to highs on the 26th, 27th, 28th, kind of. Should have a failed attempt to break through key resistance. It's probably this resistance here, followed by a decline through key support, which is probably this support here. What a wild month. Very difficult reading to capture properly, but let's see here. Yeah. 14th and the 11th. 18, 21, back to highs. Not awful, but my placement of this low was a little bit off, I think. And I should have seen this as a high. Jeez, really overbought. Really overbought. Anything you guys want to take a look at? Right, so short end of the day. Down by the upper end of a range, and then we come back down. I'd probably look for a short position to hold over until probably have the expiration out like the second week of May, to capture like the opportunity around the 3rd, 4th. And E-Trade is so slow during retrogrades, it's ridiculous. Can they like wake up to the reality and come to like the forefront of like modern era and use astrology because it works and not be like a blockhead from the past? That's what I'd like for E-Trade to stop being a blockhead from the past. Really nailed it. We nailed it this month. My gosh. Right, we got a low on the 6th, low on the 6th, we got a high. I mean, if you take out the high right at the beginning of the month, which kind of not really relevant to the rest of the chart, really, if you think about it. We got a high here on the 19th, 20th, here on the 20th. That was opportunity to see these yellow correlations here. On the, what is that, the 4th? And then on the 19th we have it again. Should see more bullish behavior tomorrow, it looks like, on SPC. So if you're just hopping on, what we've been talking about is how this is an opportunity to open up a short position. We open lower tomorrow. We'll probably want to hold the short position for a nice profit, like until the end of the day on the 3rd or the 4th somewhere, where we see a lowest low in May. But we open lower tomorrow. Most likely open lower tomorrow is my sense. Behavior, rally increasing with momentum, fake out when we break out through here, and then volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher. But yeah, this is a notable drop here. And then we've got, for the following day, important price level on at least a 1-month scale is highlighted in the pre-market. Sharp drop early morning after a failed attempt to break through key resistance, and then there's a big move upward midday. A lot of volatility early afternoon. So there may or may not be an opportunity here to close a short position. No barking, Hermes. I mean, overall, May's bullish. If we did see 390, it would be in the first 2 weeks somewhere, either around the 3rd, 4th, or around like the 9th, 10th. Hey, Carolyn. Is Meta gonna spike higher on earnings? Is Amazon gonna spike higher on earnings like Meta? I got a yes for that, Carolyn. And by the way, hey, Trading Altitudes, forgot to say hello. Yeah, no problem, my man. So opportunity here to open up short position. Yeah, and in a period of decline tomorrow, there's a sharp drop that'll stand out on a one-day chart. That's when, if you wanted to close the short position tomorrow, that's when I would do it. It's probably midday or a little bit before midday, like maybe like 10 to 11-ish, maybe a little sooner. The drop's probably out of the open into a low around 10 to 11-ish. So we've got a bunch of June predictions, June monthlies dropping. As well, there's a couple of Mays that are left over that are dropping tonight, and there's a bunch of June that's dropping in early access. If you want to see the S&P for June, like all of June, basically, you can see it on our early access on our website, Tarot for Traders. $29 a month for early access. A good way to support the channel. Any type of subscription helps the channel like substantially. Any purchase does, but any type of subscription especially will really help the channel. So we got a bunch of June stuff dropping, and then I've got some shorts that are getting ready to come out. I'm going to start working on shorts, things that are more like psychic development than predictive. God, E-Trade is so slow during retrogrades. It's like never fails. Unbelievable E-Trade. Anything else you guys want me to take a look at before I pop off? Got 15 minutes roughly. Appreciate it, Trading Altitudes. Always nice to hear something like that. You know, and it also has an impact on accuracy, because accuracy is a direct result of belief, right? And the more people tell you you're doing well, the more easy it is to believe. I mean, we all have our days of doubt, even me. So the more somebody, you know, more I see that, the better. I love it. So appreciate it, Trading Altitudes. When do they expire, your calls, Carolyn? That's tricky. The May reading for SPC is not an easy one. It gets very bullish by June, July. Let's see here. I'd say if you can roll them out until July, you'd probably be pretty happy that you did that at come July time. It's kind of unclear as to where it really starts, but where's the 1 year? Oh my god, they're so slow, it's ridiculous. Trough, rally, offering opportunity of short position, sideways fluctuating decline, price swings. I mean, the end of May is looking kind of bullish on the 1 year. With a prominent crest or peak like on the cusp of May, June. And then July is like super bullish into August. It'll be bullish at some point tomorrow. There's price swings for Microsoft tomorrow, Carolyn. ETH, let's see. Sharp drop there, caught that. Low early on. This one's a little bit off. 15th. The high there, and then a high on the 27th, which didn't end up being a high, like a high, but it was a spike. It's pretty bullish the rest of the month. It's looking like for ETH, pretty bullish, like the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Oh, appreciate it, Carolyn. Much needed, much appreciated. Plug. It's looking bullish. Plug's looking bullish. All right, so super bullish day today. A lot of ground covered, which is you know, kind of typical of the Chariot card. It does often indicate like a lot of price change, or a lot of travel, if you will, on the chart. That's price change. All right, so we'll be looking to open up a short position. Yeah, you could still open up a short position around these price levels here. We open lower tomorrow. If I'm wrong about that, there's a sharp drop early, like mid-morning, I should say, starting from like the open into mid-morning. Don't wait too long because there's a big push to the upside, or position yourself so that you can close the short position around the 3rd or 4th of May, which means you want an expiration out like at least a week past that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Super important. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, where we ask that you send 5% of the profits you make from this information forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits back to the channel as a thank you for the hard work and the free work we do. It's really what helps to support the channel. And that leaves you with 90% of the money to spend. Make sure you spend it out of love. If you make it from this channel, make sure you spend it out of love. And the universe is going to